I am Dr. Mayura Patil, working as the head of the department Zoology at KSKW Art Science Commerce College, SIDCO. In our today's topic, we learn about the DNA replication, which is the part of molecular biology. It is paper third for TYBSc. Today's our agenda is to study the replication process, that is how the replication takes place, as well as Messelson and Stahl experiment to prove DNA replicates by semi-conservative type of replication. Then this is the central dogma of molecular biology. In central dogma, copy of DNA to DNA is called as replication. Copy of RNA from DNA, it is called as transcription, and synthesis of protein from RNA, that is called as translation. And these all processes include under the central dogma of molecular biology. So DNA replication, why DNA replication is needed? Because when cell undergoes division, it forms two daughter cells from single cell. So there is a need of two sets of DNA as well as all cell organelle. That's why for formation of two DNA, DNA replication takes place. DNA replication is a fundamental process because it forms the two DNA sets from single parent DNA, and this process in this process DNA acts as a double stranded DNA acts as a template strand. So the general features of DNA replication, see here the parent DNA and newly synthesized DNA. So what are the general features of this DNA replication process? It is a semi-conservative type. Why it is called as semi-conservative type? Because when newly DNA is formed, the one strand is of parental strand and another strand is of daughter strand. That's why it is called as semi-conservative type of replication. It is bidirectional process, means it takes place in two directions. That's why it is called as bidirectional process. Proceeds from specific point called origin. In prokaryote, it is called ORIC and it is identified due to 9 and 13 base pair repeats, which is rich in adenine and thymine base residues. This proceeds in 5' to 3' direction. That is, the fifth carbon is joined to the third carbon of above deoxyribonucleotide. It occurs with high degree of fidelity. Then it is multi-enzymatic process, means it contains many enzymes. Then type of replication. DNA replication have three types. Which three types? Semi-conservative type, then conservative and dispersive. In semi-conservative type, the newly formed DNA strand contains one old strand and another is a new strand. That is the one parent strand and another is the daughter strand. That's why it is called as semi-conservative type. In conservative type, after replication process completed, DNA parent strand forms helix and daughter strand forms helix separately. That's why it is called as conservative type. In dispersive, there is no specific sequence of parent and daughter strand. That is why it is called as dispersive type of replication. So how this replication takes place? This replication takes place in three steps: initiation, elongation and termination. In DNA replication, as I have already told that it is a multi-enzymatic replication steps. So these enzymes include in this replication DNA A. This enzyme or these proteins, these are in 20 to 40 monomers which identify the ORIC, and they wrap all the ORIC point and start the replication. Then DNA B helicase enzyme, it operates or helps to open the helix of DNA. Then DNA C forms complex with DNA A and B. The exact function is unknown. HU protein, it only initiates or stimulates to formation of DNA A, B and C complex. Then SSB protein, that is the single stranded binding protein, which maintain the single stranded position because the copy of DNA from parent to daughter, they need the single stranded position. That's why this SSB protein joins or firmly binds to the single strand of DNA and they maintain the single stranded position of DNA. Then topoisomerase. Due to helicase activity or removal of helix of DNA, they form the supercoiling above. So to remove supercoiling, topoisomerase helps. Then primase enzyme. Primase enzyme helps in the formation of RNA primer, because DNA polymerase III cannot active or activate or actively join deoxyribonucleotide due to lacking of 3' OH group. So due to small primer of RNA, due to small RNA primer, they get the free OH group. Then DNA polymerase III continuously added the deoxyribonucleotide and elongation process takes place. Then DNA polymerase III, which is actually synthesize the daughter DNA, that is DNA polymerase III. DNA polymerase I enzyme helps in repairing of DNA, because after elongation there is a removal of RNA primer, and that spaces is filled by DNA polymerase I. DNA ligase enzyme, it functions for the ligation of these DNA strand continuously. So all these enzyme helps to form or synthesize DNA replication. So I have already told that the initiation process there is a 2 steps again, because it takes place in 3: initiation, elongation and termination. But initiation process also involve 2 processes, that is the formation of pre-priming complex and priming reaction. In pre-priming complex, all these enzymes which I have already told, they act together or function together for the initiation. So here in the diagram there is a DNA A monomer which wrap the ORI C point. DNA B shows helicase activity and they open the helix. DNA C only form the complex with A and B. Then in priming reaction there is a synthesis of RNA primer on both the parent strand, that is the leading strand as well as lagging strand. So here initiation completed in 2 steps. Now elongation. In elongation, see here is a DNA strand. In blue strand, these are the parent strand, and red strand, these are the daughter strand. Blue strand shows open helix, and there is a synthesis of leading strand and lagging strand. On leading strand, there is a continuous synthesis of daughter strand, or we also call as there is a continuous addition of deoxyribonucleotide and they form the continuous daughter strand. There is a formation of RNA primer only once time, and this RNA primer is formed by the enzyme RNA polymerase enzyme. On the other hand, that is the lagging strand. On the lagging strand, there is a formation of small fragments of DNA. That fragments are called as Okazaki fragments. And these Okazaki, there is a multiple RNA primer required. And these multiple primers are formed by the enzyme DNA primase. So like this, the elongation takes place from 5' to 3', 5' to 3', and on the leading strand there is a continuous synthesis of daughter strand, and on lagging strand there is a lagging of DNA fragments and they form the small thread, that is the Okazaki fragments. They contain 1000 to 2000 deoxyribonucleotides. This is the semi-discontinuous on the lagging strand. Leading strand, continuous synthesis, and semi-discontinuous on the lagging strand and formation of Okazaki fragments. And these Okazaki fragments are joined by the enzyme ligase. So this is the actual process, that how the deoxyribonucleotides join to one another. So in the blue form, there is a new deoxyribonucleotide in triphosphate form. And when it attaches or join to the parent DNA, it is joined by in monophosphate form. So 2 phosphates are removed and this phosphate energy, phosphate bond breaks and this release energy is utilized for the replication process. Or these deoxyribonucleotides are of 4 types, that is ATP, GTP, CTP and TTP. Now the termination. In termination process, there is a signal, or it is also called as termination signal. This signal contains 23 base pairs, and this TER signal is helping for the binding of TUS protein, and this TUS protein are nothing but the terminating protein, and that's why here is the termination of replication. So two daughter strands separated. This is overall all the reaction of replication, that is the initiation. In initiation there is a two steps. Which two steps? In initiation there is a pre-priming complex formation and primer synthesis. Then elongation, there is a leading strand and lagging strand, that is the continuously formation of daughter DNA, and termination, there is a TER signal. So overall this is the replication process. See here, this DNA unzip, that is helix open, and on leading strand there is a continuous synthesis in 5' to 3' direction, and discontinuous synthesis or formation of Okazaki fragments on lagging strand. Now Michelson and Stahl experiment, they prove that the DNA replicates always with semi-conservative type. So for that experiment they grew the E. coli containing medium high isotopes containing N15 in ammonium chloride. They culture the E. coli bacteria. So the newly synthesized DNA, they have the heavy nitrogen. Again, then culture this heavy DNA is cultured into the normal culture medium, that is containing N14 isotopes. Then they take the first, second, third and up to fourth generation. And from there, one sec, this is the experiment. Control experiment, DNA which is cultured into the N15 heavy isotopes, that's why this DNA becomes heavy. Then another control, there is a N14 DNA. So in above centrifuge there is a cesium chloride solution on which centrifugation takes place. So they show the heavy red color band at the base. Then blue, it shows blue color band. And mix, they show both type of bands, means heavy and light. After that, this is the first 3 tube, that is the control experiment. This is the standard, that is the heavy DNA shows red line, light DNA shows blue line, and both DNA, they shows red and blue light. Afterward, they took the first generation, second generation and third generation. In first generation, they show a middle band, that is the hybrid band, because one is the daughter strand and one is the parent strand, and daughter strand is of N14 and parent strand is of N15. That's why they got in the middle band, that is the hybrid. In F2 generation, they again got heavy band as well as light band, and as generation proceeds, they got 2 bands. One is a heavy band and the thickness of light band gets increases. So hence they proved that the red color parent DNA comes up to the last generation. Hence they proved that is the DNA replication takes by the semi-conservative type of DNA replication. So this is the summary, that is the DNA mostly replicates with the semi-conservative type. It is the multi-enzymatic process. It takes place in 3 steps, that is the initiation, elongation and termination. First initiation, again it has 2 steps, that is the formation of pre-priming complex and priming synthesis. In pre-priming complex, there is 6 enzyme takes place, that is DNA A, DNA B, DNA C, then HU protein, SSB protein and ligase protein, topoisomerase protein, that takes place in the pre-priming complex formation. In priming reaction, there is a synthesis of RNA primer for DNA polymerase III, and on leading strand, RNA primer formed by the RNA polymerase. On lagging strand, RNA primers formed by the primase enzyme. Afterward, elongation. In elongation, there is a addition of ribonucleotides. Addition of ribonucleotides addition of deoxyribonucleotides from 5 prime to 3 prime, 5 prime to 3 prime. So on leading strand there is a continuous synthesis of daughter strand, and on lagging strand there is the discontinuous synthesis of Okazaki fragments. Then afterward these RNA primer removed by DNA polymerase 1 and filled by deoxyribonucleotide, and they join, these all fragments join by enzyme ligase, and then it again form the continuous DNA new daughter strand. And in Messels and Stahl's experiment, they prove that DNA replicates through the semi-conservative medium because they got the heavy band up to the last generation. So I took these references for the semi-conservative processes of DNA replications. Thank you.